food shop, and can someone explain to me why I'm now exhausted? Hello, my name is Sophie and welcome back to my channel. We're back with another weekly reading vlog, and apparently going up and down the stairs is an activity that knocks me out now. Let's crack straight into the reading because I feel like last week's vlog didn't have a whole lot of reading in it and I want to bring that back. So, as always, I have two books on the go. I read one with my eyes and one with my ears, though I often use my ears to read the eye one, and it's a weird way to describe reading, but here we are. So the book I'm currently co-reading with my eyes and my ears is my book club pick for this month, which is The Kite Runner by Khaled Hosseini, and one day I'm going to make a custom bookmark so I can like tab different themes, but for now I've just picked the tab colour that I have that matches the cover of the book the most, so that my tabs look somewhat aesthetic. I'm literally only 44 pages into this because I was too tired to read this most evenings last week, but I feel like I found my mojo again and I would like to finish this by the end of this week. It's only 340 pages, so I have 300 pages left. So to read, if I was going to read that in 6 days, it would be 50 pages a day, which is actually quite a lot at my reading pace, but we'll gloss over that. Goal is to finish that by the end of the week. Then the book that I'm reading with my ears, which I predominantly do when I'm driving, but at the moment where I've been so tired, I've been listening to some audiobooks before I go to sleep, because then I can just play my mindless phone game, listen to my audiobook, pretend that I'm still awake and that I haven't missed any of my audiobook, and then scroll back a bit the following morning to figure out where I fell asleep. But other than that, the book I'm listening to is Daisy Jones and the Six. I've got about 3 hours left on this one, I think, of listening time. I'm thoroughly enjoying this. I often have to remind myself it's not a documentary, this is fiction. This band is not real, the people are not real, though I think I figured out that Sam Claflin plays Billy in the TV adaptation. I mostly avoided the TV adaptation because I knew I wanted to read the book first, but I know Sam Claflin plays a major character, so it's got to be Billy. Surely it's got to be Billy. Either way, thoroughly enjoying this. Not sure what audio... Oh, do I? No, I don't know what audiobook I'm going to listen when I'm done with it. No, I don't know what audiobook I'm going to listen to after I finish this one, but that is a problem for future me and not current me. That is the currently reading. In terms of what I'm doing this week, today, not a lot. I would like to maintain a consistent level of productivity that isn't above and beyond, because that's not sustainable, but I'm at least meeting the minimum. And the things on my to-do list today are to film TikTok content, to do my weekly food shop, to post a TikTok video, and to go to a dance class tonight. I've done the food shop. I need to plan the content because I like to bulk film, so I want to film all of my TikToks for this week and get all of that done. Then I just need to edit one and post that and then go to my tap class tonight. Should be relatively achievable, but we'll see how it goes. It is currently 2:30 and I have done one of the 4 things. But that's fine, that's okay. We're getting there. That's the intro. Welcome to the vlog. We'll see where it goes. My battery light's already flashing, so maybe that's a sign of what this week is going to be like. I'll be on it. Wow. It's been longer than I really wanted it to be, but I'm not working at full capacity today and I'm trying not to push myself too hard. And I just wanted an hour or two to watch YouTube and play my silly phone game because I'm addicted to my silly phone game. So I'm only just getting around to filming TikToks now. But the other thing I remembered is that actually I don't need to leave for my dance class until like 7:45. No, earlier than that. Oh, it might be 7:45. Okay, I convinced myself I had more time than I do, but that's fine. I have more time than I was telling myself. It's now 5:10 and I'm going to film 6 TikTok videos. I haven't even brought up the post-it note that tells me what videos I'm going to film, but I'm going to film 6 videos. Hopefully they'll be relatively short, which means I can film them quickly, but also means I can edit them quickly, and then maybe I can get the editing done before I need to make dinner as well, but I'm not sure I'll fit that in. But that's fine, because if I edit before I leave for dance, that is also fine. Cool. Okay, I'm going to go get my post-it note and then I'll start filming. There we go. I just filmed 6 TikTok videos. I changed my t-shirt so I wasn't wearing the same outfit in all of them. It is now 6 o'clock. I need to leave in 45 minutes and I need to eat. So I'm gonna go boil some pasta My dinner tonight is buttery pasta, and I need to get changed and get ready to go because I am attending an earlier class to make notes that I potentially might be teaching this class later this year. But one step at a time, need to go do stuff. I don't normally film from in bed, and this lighting and the fact that I am knackered is not doing well for my makeup, but I thought since I'd done a couple of update clips today, I do want to round it off, especially because I don't think I'll vlog tomorrow because we're going to see the in-laws, we're going to see Lucas's family, and then I've got to come back and go to another dance class where I'm not going to dance, but I'm going to take notes as a prospective teacher. So I don't think I'll vlog tomorrow, but today's been a good day. It took me a few hours to work up the energy to actually film those TikToks, but I did manage to film 6 TikToks, and then I had 45 minutes to make dinner, get changed, and get ready to go to my dance classes. So I did that. And then I attended a beginner adult dance class again to just take notes. This is one that I'm almost certainly going to be teaching. So now that I've actually attended the class, I feel a lot better about actually teaching it, especially because there's only like 3 people in the class. So this feels very achievable. And then I actually attended an advanced tap class, which is always a workout and a half, hence why my makeup looks like this. Then I got home, updated my bullet journal. I had some laundry to hang out, so I did that. It is now 25 to midnight and I still need to edit and post today's TikTok, but that's the last thing I'm going to do today. Like I said, we're going to be busy tomorrow, so I don't know if I'm going to film, but I did manage to listen to, I think, 74 minutes of Daisy Jones and the Six on my drive to and from the studio. I will hopefully be able to listen to about the same again tomorrow, and then the same again on Wednesday, and that might be me finishing Daisy Jones and the Six. But I want to edit this video relatively quickly, get it uploaded, and then Lucas is already on his way back from his job, so then I want to read The Kite Runner until he gets home. That's my plan for the evening. Gonna crack on. I'll see you in a couple of days. I really have been the worst possible vlogger this week because it is Saturday and I haven't filmed anything of significance since, I think I checked in on Monday, and I forewarned you that I wouldn't film on Tuesday. And then this whole week has just been manic and it's completely taken it out of me. Let me give you a brief rundown. So like I said, on Tuesday we went to see Lucas's family. While we were there, we also we went and saw one of his old school friends who's just had a baby. We got to meet the baby. It was very exciting. I got baby cuddles. So that was really lovely. And then by the time we got back, we only just had time to cook a really quick dinner, and then I was out to... I didn't do the dance class, I just made notes about the dance class so that if I ever have to cover it in the future, I know kind of what level they're at. So that was good. Then on Wednesday, Luke and I intended to get up earlier than we did, but we didn't. No, actually, no, that's a lie. I had therapy in the morning, so I came down here and had that call, and Lucas, bless him, he stayed upstairs, and we went on a little date afternoon. We went and got lunch in town. There's a lovely, I'm gonna change hands. There's a lovely little, I suppose you'd call it like a food market in the shopping centre in the town that we live in. There's a little like food court area where there's lots of independent little food retailers, and they're slightly pricier than your standard fast food, but most of them are really good. And there's this Greek place that does really good gyros. I can't pronounce it very well, but we kind of became obsessed with them when we were on our honeymoon in Greece this time last year actually. But yeah, we got some of those. They were incredible. And then we had tiny amount of time for a little mooch in town, and then we went to the cinema and we saw The Fall Guy, the new Ryan Gosling film, and it was so much fun. I'm not normally an action film kind of girly because I just feel like there's no plot here. There's no point to a lot of those films. They are literally just action for the sake of action. And sometimes I can see why people would want to watch that, but I'm not one of them. But what I found with The Fall Guy, that actually it was much cleverer than I gave it credit for, or at least much cleverer than the trailers made it look. But also it was really funny. I think Ryan Gosling is like in his peak era at the moment. He had his time where he took himself a little bit too seriously, or he took more serious roles. And since Barbie and the role in this film, it's just super fun. It's super fun. And he looks fantastic. What can I say? He may be 15 years older than me, but I would be in an age gap romance with him. So then we got back from that and we had to make dinner, but we really didn't want to make dinner. Did we get food? Did I cook? No, we didn't get takeout. That was the second night we resisted takeout, but we couldn't be bothered to cook because we'd had a massive lunch. But I needed to eat because I had 2 dance classes to go to, so I made myself the most basic bowl of pasta and very much enjoyed it. Then went off to my ballet class. I had my point class and then my adult ballet class where I don't have to wear wooden blocks on the end of my toes. So they were fun. And then on Thursday, Lucas had another work day and I was fully intending to have a really productive editing day, but I think the previous 2 days had just wiped me out and I didn't feel great. So I was like, you know what, we're gonna have a sofa day watching lots of YouTube, and that's all I did. And it's definitely what I needed to do. I was tired. Then on Friday we were back to being busy. I went over and made notes on another dance class on Friday morning. Again, I'm basically just being trained up as like subbing every class. I am the dance teacher equivalent of a substitute teacher. So I was making notes on a mini movers class, which is kids from like 1 to 3.5. It's very, very cute. It's mostly nursery rhymes and playing with toys, but they get a snack break in the middle of their class, and honestly I think more classes should have that. But then I stayed at the studio with my teacher who went through some of the syllabus for some of the lower grades of tap that I don't know. I think with dancing, or at least dancing for me, I need to like have it in my body and do it with my body, and then also be able to comprehend it in words. So there's stages of this for me, bearing in mind I've only been kind of taking this route of training for like 3-4 weeks. Now I've done that, that was really helpful, but I was there for like an extra hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. And then that afternoon we went over to Reading, which is about an hour and a half away from where we live, because two of our closest friends live there. We were like, you know what, let's go to IKEA while he's getting home from work, and then we'll meet up with him, go for dinner and some drinks. And we did exactly that. We probably spent an hour and a half in IKEA, and we only spent 20 quid, which I was very proud of myself. I resisted a lot, predominantly because it wouldn't fit in my car, but that's not the point. Yeah, we had a nice little mooch in IKEA. Then we met up with our friend and we all went for some food. We went to Honest Burger, which was really nice actually. They were very yummy. And then we went to this fancy bar place, and then we went to a dessert lounge, and then we went home. And then this morning Lucas had to leave about 10 to go. He's working in Liverpool this weekend, and neither of us wanted to wake up or get out of bed. And yeah, I've just taken things really slowly today. I know that I've had a super busy week and that's been taxing on my brain and my body. I've got a super long to-do list that spans over 2 pages. I have a 2-page to-do list today, and still I've been doing what I call productive procrastination, where I don't want to do the things on this list, so I've been getting other stuff done instead. So I've got a few bits and bobs done, but the main thing I need to do today is editing, and I just don't want to do it. Done all the kind of things that I can do whilst having a YouTube video on in the background, and now I think what I might do is I might go sit outside for a little bit because the weather's turned quite nice, and we've got to the point in the day where the chairs we have in the garden are now in the shade. I might get too cold if I go sit out there, but I'm gonna take my headphones and my laptop and I'm just gonna go sit and edit. I've got about 45 minutes of footage for the next vlog that I need to upload. I'll just watch through that and get through what I can. Ideally I'll post one today and one tomorrow, but as we all know at this point, I'm very behind on my vlogs and uploading them. That's what I'm doing. I've got loads of bits and bobs I need to do around the house. The house has got really messy this week. There's loads of laundry I need to put away. I need to sort the dishwasher out. So yeah, there's a full update. Reading wise, because I meant to talk about reading. The perks of driving to the dance studio loads this week has been that I've finished listening to Daisy Jones and the Six, and I absolutely loved it. The audiobook was so good. Having a full cast on that made it so immersive. It genuinely felt like I was listening to a documentary, and I think if I'd read it in the physical format, whether that be an ebook or a physical book, I think I would have found that kind of style quite disjointed. But the audiobook is absolutely the way to go if you want to listen to it and you haven't yet. I do feel like I might be the last person on the planet to read Daisy Jones and the Six, but it was so good. I rated it 5 stars. Really enjoyed it. The other thing that I did this week is that because I was listening to Daisy Jones and the Six on Audible, but I was also listening to my book club pick on Audible, I didn't like having to swap between two books on Audible, so I decided that I was going to park listening and reading The Kite Runner until I'd finished Daisy Jones and the Six. So whilst I was finishing that off, I started reading Funny Story by Emily Henry, and now I really don't want to stop reading Funny Story and go back to The Kite Runner. I'm really enjoying it. I'm nearly halfway through, I think, and it's so much fun. I love the narrative style. I might have to go binge the rest of Emily Henry's backlog because I'm just having such a good time. But I was also enjoying The Kite Runner. It's just obviously a very different book, and it's much heavier and it's much more literary. So not sure what I'm going to do in that regard. That's the reading update. Currently reading Funny Story and kind of The Kite Runner. I need to pick a new audiobook to read, to start listening to. Though maybe I need to start listening to The Kite Runner even if I'm not co-reading it. That would probably be a good choice because we are over halfway through this month and I've not finished a single book on my physical TBR, but I have finished 3 books. Perhaps not my smartest choice, but it's where we are. Let's try and salvage this vlog. Just died, so I'm going to take that as a sign to go make dinner. It's been a few hours, which I'm sure you can tell from the change in colour of the light in this room, but I've been really tuned in. I've done so well. When I last filmed, I was finishing the edit of the vlog, the vlog that I was working on, which I have since uploaded and posted to YouTube, so that is now live. That was week 17, I think, so I'm only like 2 or 3 behind now. I then went on to edit the TikTok that I wanted to post today. I've not posted for a few days, so that's another video posted today. And then I was like, you know what, I should go to bed in like 20 minutes, but I bet I can do a first draft edit of the next video I want to upload to YouTube, because I wanted to upload 2 this week, and ironically I wanted to upload 1 on Wednesday and 1 on Saturday, but today is Saturday and I've just uploaded the first one. But if the next one's ready to go tomorrow, you know what, there's clearly no consistency on my channel, so I don't think it matters if I post 2 days in a row. It didn't take me 20 minutes, it took me an hour. But I have now finished the first draft edit of the video I want to upload tomorrow. So all I need to do tomorrow is add in a couple more bits of text and proof watch it. And I think it's pretty much ready to go, to be honest. And the next vlog I have to edit, I've only got 23 minutes of footage, which is pros and cons, because pros, it won't take me too long to edit. So I have been honed in on the editing, and those were what I felt were the big tasks on my list. Even though I didn't have as productive day as I intended, I got the big edits done. And having edited lots of book related content, I now feel super inspired to go read, but I'm not sure whether I want to read Funny Story or The Kite Runner, because I've just been editing so much TBR related content. I'm like, maybe I should just get on with my TBR, but I'm really enjoying Funny Story. It's a tough one. I think I'm going to read Funny Story, but I'll let you know tomorrow. Hello, good morning. If I look exhausted and like I haven't slept well, it's because I haven't. I didn't fall asleep until 4:30 this morning, and it's not even like I was, you know, like I was reading a really good book, but it wasn't because of the book. I just wasn't tired, like to the degree that I was like, well, it's 4 AM, the sun's gonna come up soon, I'll open the curtains, and then if I'm awake to see the sunrise, I'm awake to see the sunrise. And then after being awake for that long, missed the heckin' sunrise, didn't I? Oh well, at least I got a little bit of sleep. I slept for about 4 hours. But I have lots to do today, and it is currently nearly 10:30. I've had my breakfast, I've got dressed, I've put real clothes on. Yesterday I did quite a bit, but I feel like not wearing jogging bottoms will probably work in my favour today. There's lots of stuff on my to-do list, but also there's lots of stuff that needs doing that isn't on my to-do list. Starting with, there's loads of laundry that is just all over my room that I haven't sorted out yet. So I'm basically just kind of going to meander my way around the house. I'm going to put all of this laundry away, and then I've got to go put new laundry on. I also need to empty the dishwasher, and it's kind of like, right, well, I'll finish in the bedroom, then I take the laundry down to the kitchen, but there's also stuff I need to store in the kitchen. So I'm just going to get it done. I'm going to do all of that stuff first. Then I can actually start to look at the to-do list, and then I'm hoping that by this afternoon I'll have done all the stuff I need to do, and then I can actually get on with my craft date that I planned for myself. And that'll be better entertainment than this. But for now, apparently making montages of me putting laundry away and doing chores is just like a Sunday thing. A little montage slash music break, because if you are like me and you listen to YouTube videos more than you watch them, this is just a point where you get a nice little royalty-free music break. Every task I've done so far today has led to doing like another smaller task and another knock-on task and another knock-on task. So I was putting away like a week and a half's worth of laundry, and in doing that I pulled out some of my knitwear that I definitely won't be needing until the colder months again. And I was like, right, they're just taking up space, they're making it hard to close the drawer, I'll put them in the storage under my bed. So I pulled all of those out. And then I started pulling out some bits that I've been thinking about decluttering my clothes for a while. So I was like, oh, I don't actually wear that. I don't like the fit of that, but I'm not ready to let go of it yet. I want to do like one last big try on before I actually commit to either selling or donating those clothes. So I knew I had like a spare plastic box in my library, but it was currently temporarily housing some books. So I then had to go and rearrange the books to make the box free, and it was just one of those things. I sorted all the laundry, I've sorted out the adjacent tasks to the laundry, I've sorted the dishwasher, I've sorted the kitchen. I think the next thing I want to do is proof watch that video that I edited last night, and if I can get that uploaded, fabulous. My April wrap up and May TBR video is currently uploading to YouTube. If you can hear the sound of a plane taking off, that is in fact my laptop. And I've decided what I'm gonna do next. It is kind of lunchtime, but I'm not massively hungry yet, and we don't have a lot of food in the house, so I'm not prepared to try and figure out what I'm going to do to feed myself today. But what I want to do next is to film today's TikTok video. Before I do that, I want to let the washing machine finish doing its thing, because I don't want to have that rumbling away in the background while I'm filming. So what I'm going to do while I wait for that is, rather than be productive, I'm gonna try and read the last 50 pages of Funny Story. It's so good, it's so good. I totally understand the hype. I'm so glad that my second Emily Henry read is as enjoyable as my first, because I was really worried that Beach Read was gonna be a one-off, but the hype is absolutely worth it. This book is so good, it's so much fun. So I just want to finish it off. I want to finish it off and then I can get back into my actual TBR. You may or may not notice I'm still in the same place on the sofa. It is significantly later now. I believe 5 or 6 hours later. And I did not do the things I said I would do. I had a nap instead. I hung out the laundry. I watered the plants. I filmed the TikTok. It is now 20 to 6 and I think it's dinner time. I can tick some things off my list though. That's nice. Oh, I also need to take my Bookstagram picture for today. Even though today has been much slower and not gone how I wanted it to go, i.e. getting less than 4 hours of sleep and having a nap in the afternoon, I've still got lots of things ticked off and I'm feeling good about going into next week. And next week is Comic-Con week and I'm so excited. I do also have 7 books left on my TBR to read in the next 12 days. I have 12 days to read my entire TBR. Maybe that's what next week's vlog theme will be, but to read 7 books in 12 days would be ambitious. But the fact that I've finished 4 books this month and none of them were on my TBR was also maybe an error on my part. I don't think I said properly, but I did finish Funny Story. I think I said I was about to read Funny Story. I can't remember. Either way, I finished off reading the last 50 pages of Funny Story on the sofa this afternoon. It was lovely. It was so much fun. I'm going to get back into the Kite Runner tonight and hopefully make a good dent in that because I have nothing else to distract me. And then I think it's the kind of book that I can listen to the audiobook without having to co-read. So it's going to be a case of when I drive to dance tomorrow night, I will listen to another hour or so and then I will just flick ahead to where I am in the physical book and read more when I get into bed. Rinse and repeat with more driving. I don't think I have anything else to say. I will come back with another update later. Hello, good morning. It is the following day because of course it is. I think I'm wearing the same t-shirt but it wasn't ready for the wash. To be fair, I did actually have a very productive evening. I think what I'm learning about myself is that I am not a productive morning person. I'm way more functional in the evenings, and especially last night where Lucas didn't get home from work till gone midnight and I was like, I could go up to bed but I'm kind of on a roll, so I'm going to keep going. So I ended up ticking off most of my to-do list. I did some creative writing. I came up with a new story idea which I kind of love. God knows whether it will go anywhere, but I really got into it and it felt really good, so that was fun. Just gonna crack on. I'm gonna sneeze. Oh dear, I actually took my hay fever meds this morning and everything. This week's gonna be, I was gonna say this week's gonna be very chill. It's not, it's Comic-Con week, but that's for next week's vlog for you. That's the end of this week's vlog. Reading wise, I managed to finish 2 books. I actually read really consistently this week. I did my whole how much I read in a week TikTok yesterday, and the number of pages I read was exactly the number of pages in Funny Story, because I managed to completely start and finish Funny Story by Emily Henry, which for me, I find that really funny. How many pages did you read this week? The exact length of Funny Story. I read Funny Story and nothing else. So yeah, I did finish Funny Story as you saw yesterday. Really enjoyed it. 5-star read. Just so much fun. I love Daphne and Miles. They're so cute. So cute. So, I was going to say it was so wholesome. It wasn't. It was so raw and real and authentic, and I loved it. But I also finished Daisy Jones and the Six, which I have since added to my list of my favourite books of all time, because I think it was another 5-star read that I really enjoyed, but it was one that just felt so real. I genuinely thought throughout listening to it, I should look up whether this is based on a true story. I don't think it is, but it just felt like listening to a documentary. It was real in a way that it wasn't real in a relatable way. It was real in a this could be a documentary way. I want to go listen to Daisy Jones and the Six's album, which is ironically easier now that the show adaptation is out. Should I watch the show? If any of you have read the book and watched the show, let me know if the show is worth watching. I'm a big Sam Claflin fan, so I think I will like seeing him as Billy. But if they've made loads of changes, it might be one of those things where actually watching the adaptation is not going to be a good thing. In the same way that I saw there was an announcement for a Red, White and Royal Blue 2 movie, and my immediate gut reaction was, no, why? Why? What is that movie going to be about? It feels like it's going to be in the realm of decom sequels that don't need to exist, but they're going to make it exist because it's popular and it might make them money. And I'm like, don't do that to my boys. I'm nervous about that, but that's a tangent that I really didn't need to go on to today. I finished 2 books last week. They were both 5 stars. I'm on a 3-book 5-star rating reading streak, and I have a feeling that The Kite Runner is not going to extend that streak, but I'm back to reading The Kite Runner now. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're having a great day. I hope you're reading a great book, and I'll see you at some point in the future for another bookish video. Bye!